Seems like we never left. The shorter seems to get summer seems to get shorter and shorter every year. But yes, we're back and we're real excited. We had a lock-in Friday night to kind of regroup, and girls got their uniforms and got to play together a little bit because the work begins this morning.
Right, just a regular workout here today?
Regular workout here this morning, just kind of doing some stretching and conditioning, going kind of back to the basics, going back to technique and how to do things just as a reminder since they've had the summer off. And then they break for lunch and we load up and leave this afternoon to head off to camp, and we'll be gone the rest of the week.
Are you going back to your usual site?
We are. We're going back over to the Burleson, Joshua, south of Fort Worth area. We're staying at a different location and doing camp at a different location, but it's the same schools that we've worked with before in the past, kind of we call them our sister schools. And there'll be about 200-something girls there, 224, I think. This year all come together. We'll be learning football routines, pep rally routines, technique, and then, of course, doing some team building and team bonding.
Got 33 this morning.
33 this morning, starting with a few more than we had last year, which we're real excited about. Great bunch of girls, excited bunch of girls, really enthusiastic bunch of girls, and that they've assured me that we're going to make it through camp with 33. So camp's tough, and kind of like going back to football, going back to band, all that beginning stuff is really tough, and especially this time of year when it's hot and they've had the summer off. So it's a true test of your strength and your willpower and your endurance and everything, but they've assured me that we're all going to come through this with flying colors, so I'm excited to see what they've got in store.
All right. Tell us about the importance of a boot camp and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Oh my gosh, we've got half of these young ladies are new this year, and we're right at half veterans and half babies, and so it's important on many levels. Number one, for them just to learn to come together as a team. The veterans have to learn how to step into that veteran role, especially those that were new members last year, and how to be leaders and to carry on the traditions and teach the traditions to the younger ones. The younger ones have to step up and learn kind of the Blaze way of doing things. They've learned that through pre-drill, and they've learned it in the course of their spring training, but they haven't really put it to use yet until we get here. And so they've got to learn to come together as a team and work together as a team before we can do anything else. But then also with that, we're learning football routines and getting ready for the whole entire football season this week. We're learning stand things that we do. We're learning our pregame, how to get on the field, off the field. These young ladies will be working from about 8 in the morning till about 8 or 9, 10 o'clock at night this week. Breaks, of course, in there for meals, and we're going to feed them and take care of them. They'll get to rest some. But it's a long week. It's a trying week. It's kind of a cram session, if you will, before exams. And, of course, their first major exam is that first football game. So they've got a lot to do in these next few weeks.
It's kind of fun to watch them come together as a team and kind of get that bonding going.
It really is. It's fun to watch them both kind of emotionally, if you will, and personally, as friends and teammates and stuff, but then also at that physical level too, and just watch how much they improve as an individual team member and as an and as a group team as they get going. And so, we're kind of, all the pieces are kind of scattered right now, and we've got to put the puzzle together, and that's what this week's all about.
I would imagine your leadership too, your captains and new leadership, they'll be,
they've got to learn their way too, yes, because they're all new. I do have 2 returning officers that are captain and co-captain, but they weren't captain and co-captain, last year. So they've got to learn how to step into that leadership role and take it all on. And so it's a learning experience for everybody. Everybody has new shoes to fill and different positions in the line to fill. So while the overall expectations, each individual person has to find their way and their path of what we're doing. It's an exciting time. It's a trying time because, you kind of already want them to know how to do it, and you forget that some of them don't, so you got to back up, and that's why we go to square one this morning and teach it to them. But at the same point, it's a real exciting time because it's what I told them Friday night. This is where their personality for the year is formed, and this is where the precedent is set, and it's their team, and that's my title's director, and I just direct them on what they want to do. And so it all happens this week on what direction they're going to take and where they're going. So it's fun to watch them grow and come together.